Welcome back to Satisfactory. I'm so glad you're here. We are in the midst of... I was thinking about getting oil processing going. But man, that's a long way away. But we probably should do it anyway. So in order to get that, we got to get engines, which means we need wires and rotors and steel pipes. We've got a good chunk of all of those things. We should be pretty good on most of this. Yeah, this is rotors. And these two are... There we go. And then we need 500 of these, so we might as well just pick that back up. And then I think we're making these over here. Oh, not enough. I guess we just need to wait on that. So we'll just wait on that. Let's drop what we have. Like, I know we've got plenty of copper sheets. We're just running out of power is the problem. We're on battery, and we're probably on... yeah, we don't have any solid biomass in our solid biomass fuel generators, so that means we are on even lower than that. I might be able to squeeze a fourth one in there. I'm gonna have to redo that water. And this, I think we're gonna have to leave this as an open factory because the Stingray flies right through here and right above this. It's clip free though, so we can leave it, but we can't really build anything above it. I need to come back and build this, but we've got so much space. Theoretically, that could be a very, very big concrete factory. Oh man, I have to redo this. I basically have to redo this. I've got this all connected to a single pipe. I think I'm gonna have to at least get a single pipe on each side of this. $600 capacity used. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, we're burning down our biomass, but we're tapping into our batteries. I'm trying to think if there's a way to do this without running out of water. I hate to do this before we can duplicate these, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So this by itself is a single full pipe. I could cut half of it and that way not lose all the water at once. That's the way to do it. Can barely see what I'm connecting, but oh, we ran out of rotors. Come on, rotors, where are you? We're out of screws. Need 25 screws to make one rotor. We need 2 rotors. So that's a full 300 water on this side. Now, why aren't these sides getting water? $250 flow rate. Just gonna let this fill up so we can get a consistent reading. And this is the reason why you have batteries in your factory. Even though people consistently tell you that you shouldn't have so many batteries. Okay. I'm just gonna ramp this, I think. Such a shame that it's 113 water at max. Two, exactly 100 water. Oh man, we blew through all of our power shards that quick. Jeez. I am shocked that we're going to have to go power shard hunting to complete this. I mean, we are pushing this tiny coal power plant to the max. So now this side should have 200 water available. We're using 90 plus 90, so 180 total. I think that averts the crisis. Doesn't solve the problem, but it does avert the crisis. Oh man, running out of power once you get to coal is so annoying. Or breaking a fuse, I should say. We've got a very, very low ceiling currently. 40 whole watts. I'm gonna go over here and... Why would you crash like that? All I did was land. Be right back. Okay. No promises that'll be our last crash today. I did make some adjustments though. Alright. Let's get the... And then we'll pick up... Ooh, you know, I could be tempted to make an encased beam factory next. That could be fun, actually. Plenty of motors. So we've got oil processing unlocked. We shall ship it.
Milestone reached. Crude oil can now be extracted and refined to produce various industrially beneficial parts. The byproducts of these processes will require careful management, but a capable pioneer such as yourself surely understands that. To improve efficiency, pipelines can now be optimized with valves to limit and balance their throughput. These were initially left out because Fixit did not want to overwhelm pioneers with complex pipeline management, but they have since been re-added after my impassioned defense of your capabilities.
The conveyor belt Mark... The conveyor belt Mark IV seems kind of interesting. I'm glad I saved. You know, it's interesting because when I started playing Season 5, everything was going great. Crash free for hours on end. Now I can't even load the game before it crashes. Hold on. Okay, we're back. And I am looking at Logistics Mark IV as our next upgrade. 200 rubber, huh? One ticket for 200 rubber. That seems pretty straightforward.
Go for that extra purchase. Go awesome.
$400 frames. That's actually a lot of frames. Well, we have 270 of them lying around. Really can't do anything with that until the pod comes back. Our lack of encased beams is a problem. So I'm thinking about planning an encased beam factory. It would probably be more of an encased beam complex, though, wouldn't it? We'd have to drop off coal, iron, and concrete. Now, maybe one of those resources we can achieve locally. So we wouldn't have to drop off all three. The reason why I'm tempted by Logistics Mark IV and the ability to make beams is that we could then use that as our basis and have a halfway decent speed. Now, I know a lot of people say, you know, odd belts only, but I see you in there. I can't get close enough to cheese my way into that. So, I mean, we already made the trucking hub for the iron over here. So, and do we have another place for coal? Surely there's more coal than just this one. Right, we had that coal that's on the edge. Boy, they're really not giving me a ton of resources. Ah, it's all up here. That's intense. We would definitely have to bring back the coal or the iron to some central location. And then we would have to bring in the concrete. And see, there's the moth. Just not clipping. So we got lucky there. You know, the question is planning for the next episode. I'm trying to think. I think if we built it by the coal, that would be a lot less work. And then we would just ship in from here our concrete, and from here our iron ore. We have less than 100 megawatts of ceiling, but at least now our water situation is much better. So really what we should do is probably just go out and get some more power shards. So we can overclock that little power factory or power generation. Coal power plant. Easy for me to say. Let's scout that out. And we might as well run power out there while we're here. I just think we need to get all the way out here and then we can start making some stuff for real. I'll have to make a steel encased and a steel pipe solution. How far away are we? Okay, where's my map button? Oh, we're still a good chunk away. I'm still really not good at using that thing. Much better at using the jetpack. Of course, I use the jetpack all the time, and I don't use the... I don't even know what you call that thing. What is it called? The zip line. I hardly use that at all. It's going to be kind of a spooky little area to mine this from. And we're kind of low or in a bit of a crater. Ah, it's a shame I don't need water. Uh-oh. I don't have my actual weapon in my hand slots. Wait, yeah, I do. Just didn't find it for some reason. So that's the only downside, is that I guess I could just mine the coal and then conveyor it up to the factory. I like to see the pings in reality if I can. There's a lot of water in between those two. I don't know. And it's over a mountain. But if you go back, it's really not that far away. Gonna have to think about this. It's gonna be complicated. This is gonna be complicated because we're gonna want to have I mean, we're gonna need to start making factories here in earnest. But we also need power to make factories in earnest. Now I could theoretically bump this up a little bit. $113 times 6. So even that would need more than... Well, if we did it all with 2 pipes, that would be 1,200, so that could definitely work. So we could get 187 times 6. 1125 in power. Which is 500 more than what we currently have. Okay, I think that's about it. Let's call it there. I'm not sure still what we're going to do next. Probably makes the most sense to just go ahead and get Logistics 4 unlocked. And then maybe do a little exploration, gather some power slugs. But the production amplifier is really the key next technology. Expanding some of these depot options would also be nice. I don't know. We'll just kind of have to decide, I guess. But at the very least, we did tweak our power, and we may have found a little bit of stability in the game itself. Fingers crossed in that regard. But I think for right now, I'm going to get back to moving in real life and say thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. We'll see you next time.